And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that delivers madness straight to your doorstep, only known as Under the Radar. And speaking of deliveries, folks, a little bit late than what we would expect, but we finally got our cobalt pin in the mail from our last week's milestone, and it's not only heavy, but it looks good too. So we'll have to put it on the wall later on today to actually go with the rest of our collection. But before we do that, folks, I think it's time for us to go ahead and check those Twitter walls and around the Twitterverse to see what sort of crazy screenshots and whatnots we can find for this week for another edition of the Four Squared Delight. And the first screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Ducky SCY Mensky, nice name by the way, with his said screenshot from the video game Maximum Action. And the screenshot that they were able to provide for this week shows our hero, and I kid you not when I say this, reloading his katanas, then jump in the air in slow motion John Woo style to take out two bad guys in mid-flight, only to throw his sword at the crotch of one guy and then hit the other guy before the cameras will go black. And this automatically reminds me of not only a little hint of the movie The Substitute, but a little hint of Deadpool in there as well, if Deadpool had gun swords. Which I would have to say, more games need more gun swords in games. If that makes any sense by the way I said it. But here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides these cool gun swords, they also give you an opportunity to actually cut the bullets in mid-flight before they hit you. Yeah, be able to block gun bullets or bullets with swords. See, I'm still hyped about these gun swords. How in the world were we able to get them in the game, Maestro? Oh, because of technology, right. Well, besides cool kung fu gun swords, folks, the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Gamer Alpha Beta. Yeah, Gamer Alpha Beta with their screenshot from the Twitter page of Steam Dolls with their game, Steam Dolls. And the screenshot that they provided for this week not only shows our hero or makeshift villain making his way through tunnels in the sewers, destroying enemies, and even doing kill techniques by not only stabbing someone in the spine and hitting him in the back of the head with his arm blades, but also using those said arm blades to slide down walls to avoid electrical fields, and even taking out a priest or a minister of some type with his own staff. Yikes! But I think it's a mage. Maestro, what do you said it was? Oh, it's a mage that he took out with his own staff by stabbing him in the spine 2 times. Yikes! This guy's vicious! And this screenshot automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Deathstroke, but a little hint, and I mean a little hint, of that creepy creature that was featured in the first Hellboy movie. And I don't think it had a name, but either way, it has the same, arm blades that thing did. But Maestro's correcting me saying that it was actually a blade that he had that he weld like Talum from Soul Calibur. Never knew that. But either way, here's hoping in the near future you get a chance to upgrade those blades and even get a chance to have more weapons in your arsenal to take out your victims or, targets. Because I'm not sure if he's a guy who's evil or a mercenary, but either way, he's cool. He's cool in my book. And the next screenshot that we have up, besides killer mercenaries or villains, comes from the Twitter page of MNR Art with their game, Mort Art. Or Mort? Yes, I think Mort. And this game, with the screenshot that they provided for this week, which features our rabbit-like friend of the Robo variety running around checking out the scenery, crawling on the ground, chasing after a little tiny creature of some sort, only for him to do more hand and toe touches as calisthenic exercises before the screen fades to black. And also jumping in the air and looking at the creature at the same time too, just in case I forget. And this screenshot automatically reminds me of not only Jumping Flash, but a little hint of Super Mario 64 with the fact that the background that he was in looked like one of the levels from, I guess, the first part of Super Mario 64, or from Bowser in the Sky if Princess Peach's castle was teleported to it. Which would have been pretty cool in the game if they had added that, but they didn't. So here's hoping in the near future for this Robo Rabbit that he has a chance to not only have a super jump, but rocket fist to take out his enemies. Cause by the looks of them, I got a feeling he would have that. He really would. And the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Scrapping_Bottom with their game, Victoro. And the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our villain or hero making his way down the road to run into a package delivery guy for him to use his magical powers to slap him into oblivion, sending the packages flying all 6 ways to Sunday, and for the package delivery guy to go about a good about a good 345 yards over toward the distance, hitting a hill. Ouch! Ouch! But what did that guy do to him to tick him off that bad? You don't know either, Maestro, right? Oh, alright. Well, either way, folks, this game automatically reminds me of Star Wars The Force Unleashed if it was in a Magic the Gathering sort of universe, or even a World of Warcraft universe, or even a Guild Wars universe, whichever sort of RPG game you could think of where you would run into traverse like this. Yeah, combine it with the Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and it would be just like this. And here's hoping in the near future that, well, I don't even know where to go with this one. I'm just hoping in the near future that you can at least revive them or take the packages, get some form of gratification after slapping them about 300 yards into a mountain. And according to what the Maestro just told me, he said, yeah, that's a form of gratification for him if he's an evildoer, so I guess we'll go with it. But besides package delivery men getting slapped into oblivion in a medieval era, the last but not least screenshot that we have up for this week, I have a feeling it's gonna be no different because it comes from none other than Put 'em Up Game with their game, Put 'em Up. And yeah, right off the bat, it would start with an opening credit for the screenshot that they provided for this week entitled Crocky 3. Which features the crocodile that goes by the name of Crocky Balboa, who would train by swinging around dumbbells, hitting a guy in the face, and then repeatedly slamming up and down the weights, clanging and banging in his own way, shape, or form to train for the next highest. And then the guy who got smacked so hard with those dumbbells would finally get back up, try to run away, only to trip over the sewage pipe, fall to the ground and scream, "Not again! Not again!" And because of the title alone itself, this automatically reminds me of a spoof version of Rocky, I guess? Rocky 3 if he was training with Apollo. Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. And here's hoping in the near future that most of these training montages doesn't end with somebody getting hurt. But with the fact of half the people that you try to work with in this game, I highly doubt that's gonna go that way. And also, another thing I hope for in the near future, that depending on how hard you train, it helps you to pick up heavier objects in the game if you're going to a heist. Hopefully you get some gains from your efforts of just working out here. And if you guys want to check out any other crazy screenshots and whatnots from the Twitterverse from this past weekend and beyond, you can head on over to the Twitter pages of not only Oliver Snyder's, Octo Curio, Playing Indies, Indie Rhymes, Shot_Games, or even under the hashtag of Screenshot Saturday. But if you guys want to check out the screenshots that we liked for this week and get an interpretation of it for yourselves, you can head on over to our Twitter page, only known as the 00 Agent 0012, where Maestro made a screenshot folder for this week entitled Screenshot Veterans Day, with a red, white, and blue folder with a couple of stars on it, not to confuse it for the French flag. Which makes sense. Which really does make sense. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back to this music, and when we return, we'll be back with another bone-breaking edition of the Wild World of Stunts right after this. So don't get lost in the madness just yet, folks, and stay tuned.